remember all contests are conducted under the strictest code of conduct and sportsmanship. The assigned officials are impartial people and have been selected because of demonstrated ability. Fans are encouraged to support their team and are requested to display sportsmanship with respect to the opposing school and officials. We appreciate your attendance and support for community college athletics. And now at this time, we would like to take an opportunity to honor our 2 sophomore student athletes who will be playing
Hi, everybody, and welcome into the Cougar Sports Network. Lee Smelser, court of the Cougar Cage, as we get ready for sophomore day. Women's college basketball action. Number 7, Glendale in town to take on the College of the Canyons Lady Cougars. I'm Matt Robinson. Glad to have you along with us as always here. Well, COC trying to pull off another upset here on their home floor tonight, taking on the number 7 team in the state in Glendale. Glendale trying to go undefeated in conference play right now, sitting at 12-0 in the WSC South, 24-2 overall this season. They're on a 19-game winning streak, the second best record in the 3C2A, and their 24 wins is tied for the second most in the state as well, with Mount San Antonio, San Jacinto, and Moore Park. They have the third longest active winning streak. The Cougars trying to do what they did early on in the year to Palomar and come away with a big upset victory. We'll have to start on defense, though. Glendale will start with the basketball in their red uniforms, moving to our right. The Vaqueros with Evelyn Barao, Osanya Tridian, Paulo Gorgis, Malia Ullery, and Lizette Mesa in the starting lineup, as they'll get a deep 3 from Ullery that's good. Ullery, a 43% three-point shooter on the year, is number 5 in the state in three-point percentage. Knocks it down on 3-0 lead on the other side. The Cougars on a fast break couldn't score for the Cougars, starting with Leah Garcia, Jade Sims, Amaya Robinson, Vanessa Zavala, and Hannah Tolentino. Robinson and Tolentino are the sophomores in their final home game here in the regular season. At Lee Smelser court in the Cougar Cage, as a three-pointer no good. Robinson couldn't come away with the rebound. Barreau had it for a second, and then she's tied up on the floor. It'll be Canyons basketball after the possession arrow. Joel Weiss, the head coach for Glendale, in another outstanding season for the Vaqueros, the WSC Coach of the Year in 2018, 2019, 2019, 2020. 21-22 and 22-23 as his team out to another 20-plus win season. On the other side, John Wismath in his second year as the Cougars head coach. They're 13-13, 6-6 in conference play as their leader, Alaya Garcia, knocks one down. Garcia ever dangerous on the offensive side. As we look at the numbers for her throughout the season, right now sits at 21 in points and 31 in points per game as she averages 18 on the year. A foul called on the floor against College of the Canyons. Goes against Vanessa Zavala, and it sends Barreau to the line. Barreau, who is an 81% foul shooter, knocks down the first. Glendale as a team this year, just 64% from the foul line. Barreau makes both. Robinson misses, got her own rebound, missed again. Gorgis was there to take it away. Now here's Ullery with the basketball, works to her right. Now sends it back up top. Barreau had it. Now to Tridian, or Taridian, excuse me. She tried to skip it inside, but then it's picked up by Ullery once again, and it's a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Cougars that time. So good defensive set that time for College of the Canyons. They forced the shot clock violation. And they go back to work offensively here, trailing by 3. Here's Garcia, a little delay. Stopped at the top of the foul line, was falling down, just tried to throw it back to Tolentino, but it's taken away. And Taridian called for a travel on the other side. And it'll be Canyons basketball once again. So the Cougars catch a break here. 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Sims with the basketball for Canyons, trying to work to her right. Drops it to Robinson. Robinson, little stutter step off the dribble, jumps in underneath. Gorgies with a block. Tolentino thought she got fouled. John Wismath up off the bench as he was upset that there was no call. But they said Gorgies got all ball that time. It actually got both John Wismath and Elena Garcia up off the bench that time. And a little bit of frustration as the Cougars now work a bounce pass inside. Robinson couldn't finish. Gorgies was around her and didn't do much to alter it, but did enough. So it stays a 3-point game, 5-2 here early on. Glendale with the basketball. Here's Barreau, averages 8 points a game. Got it to Teridian. Teridian will work to her right. Lost the ball, but was fouled. It'll be the second foul on College of the Canyons here in the first quarter. For Glendale, Teridian very dangerous, 5'8", out of Burbank High School, averages 10.8 per game. Her and Ullery are the leaders offensively for Glendale, and they're really the only ones in double figures for Glendale. Otherwise, the Vaqueros do a good job really of spreading the ball around, and then a foul going to be called on Barreau for an illegal screen as she knocked down Sims. Picks up the first foul for Glendale. We're talking about the Vaqueros this year. They have the fourth best offensive efficiency of any team in the state this year at 1.014. They convert on 42.5% of their field goals, which is ninth best in the state. They're also solid from three, shooting 34.6%, which is third best in the state over their 26 games as the Cougars get it back within one. But really, that's the depth that creates the opportunities and the depth on defense really for Glendale. They hold the opposition to just 44.7 points per game. That's the best in the state this year. Ullery a three, no good on a step back rebound. Garcia, and Canyons will try and run the break the other way. And this is where Glendale does such a good job, as they slow down the breaks. That's what Canyons wants to get to. They want to get out and run. But the Vaqueros this year have done a phenomenal job at defending those fast break opportunities. You look for Glendale, best points per game against in the state at 44.7. They're the fourth best field goal defense this year, holding opponents to 31.2%, and the best three-point defense on the season, holding teams to 19.7. So really the depth on the defensive side has created the win streak for Glendale, as Robinson gets a steal stepping into the lane on a telegraph pass that time by Lizette Mesa. Canyons back the other way, looking for a three. Instead, they'll set up on a delayed three for Tolentino that's too strong. Long rebound picked up by Ullery. She'll try and run the break. Dumps it off into the corner. Mesa for three. No good, short, but Gorgies right there for an easy rebound putback. Gorgies averages 9.5 per game and 7.4 rebounds. Does all of her work from inside the paint at 6'1". Very tough to defend inside when she does get the ball. That height advantage. Garcia forces one up, missed it long. Easy rebound for Teridian. Back the other way comes Glendale. Ullery up top, Barreau. Now Teridian. Here's Ullery again. Ullery straight away, Tolentino right on her, 6 to shoot, got it back to Mesa. Three-pointer from the wing, rattles in. 6-point Glendale lead. Lizette Mesa, who's a 32% three-point shooter, knocks one down. Vaqueros 2 of 5 from 3 here early on with that 6-point advantage. Robinson and Sims collided, but Sims able to collect the ball. Got it to Zavala. Zavala spinning. A foul going to be called on Teridian, and it's going to be the first on Osana Teridian here. Tatilia Kubian checked in for Glendale, forced the miss that time down low. Kubian now will bring it ahead. She tries to drive against Delia Garcia, put it off the window, no. Robinson the rebound, the outlet Garcia. Canyons wants to get out and run, but Glendale a good job getting back will stop that, so Garcia will just have to dribble it ahead in isolation with Ullery right on her. Dropped it for Sims. Barreau out guarding her. Robinson trying to dribble into the paint. Yakubian knocked it away. Yakubian back the other way, quickly ahead. Ullery from 15 feet, too strong. Gorgies, good rebound, got it to Teridian. She gets it off the window, draws the foul from Vanessa Zavala, who was kind of turning away. And Teridian will get to the line. Teridian, 5'8" out of Burbank High School. The forward, just a freshman. Shoots 46% from three, 29 of 63 this year, and 48% from the field goal line, or from the field goal. 48% from the floor. She's at the foul line, shooting 62%. Misses both foul shots. Those numbers, second best in the state in three-point percentage, 36th best in field goal percentage, as she qualifies in both this year. But missed both from the foul line with 2:30 to go. It's still a 6-point lead, low-scoring first quarter here. Zavala an open look for three, no good from the corner. It's not really her spot. It'll stay with Canyons here as it tips off of Gorgies and stays with COC. Cougars need to get it in, and they do. Garcia back to Zavala on the wing. Now to Robinson into the paint, trying to get around Gorgies, who was able to knock it away from her. Then Gorgies went down hard as her and Robinson kind of got tied up. Foul on Amaya Robinson. Her second. And then Gorgies a jumper that's good, or excuse me, Teridian a jumper that's good, and then the Cougars turn it over as they tried to come back in. So with 1:50 to go, Glendale gets the ball right back. Joel Weiss called a timeout. I think he just called a timeout to avoid a 5-second violation on the inbound play and says, no, we don't want it, put it back on the baseline. Let's go back to work, but the Cougars had already gathered at the bench here. So Weiss actually forced to take the timeout. I think he was just taking it to avoid the 5 seconds. As Yakubian had some trouble getting it in. Cougar defense now trying to get a stop here late in this first quarter. Yakubian again trying to throw it in. This time we'll get it to Teridian and will catch out high. Teridian bouncing back to the near side of the floor as Ullery will run the point. She'll dump it off Barreau. Now Yakubian. Faked, worked off the screen, gets to the foul line, still driving, threw one up, didn't get it to roll, but she'll get herself to the line. Third foul already on Vanessa Zavala, and that's going to put the Cougars in a tough spot here as Robinson and Zavala both go to the bench with 2 and 3 fouls here in the first quarter. So now the Cougars going to have to go deep into the bench as Valerie Recalde and Mariah Pan, or excuse me, Alexis Rulas and Mariah Pan come in. As Glendale now with a 10-point lead, is back-to-back foul shots good from Yakubian. Caitlin Key going to check in here for Glendale as Gorgies comes off for a rest with both the Cougars bigs on the bench. In foul trouble here with 5 fouls between the two. There's Tolentino. Canyons 0 for 2 from 3, 2 of 13 from the floor. Tolentino creates that time. Gets her first bucket of the second bucket, of the ball game. Tolentino now with 4 as the Cougars defense needs to pick things up here, trailing by 8. 65 seconds to go here in the first period. Glendale going to work the ball around. Legaspi with a 3-pointer, no good. Rulas couldn't get the rebound as it was tipped away from her by Caitlin Key, and a reset here for Glendale. Kubian inside Teridian with Pan on her. Sends it into the corner. Legaspi back to Teridian. 3-pointer is good. Osana Teridian with another 3 for Glendale, their 3rd of the ball game. Her 2nd field goal of the ball game. Rulas will try a 3. Missed it the whole way off the left. 25 seconds to go here in the first period. 11-point Glendale lead as they lead 17-6. This is right into Glendale's favor. Low scoring. They take their time on the offense, work around the perimeter, and find their open look. And so far, it's paid dividends, shooting 45% from the field. As here's Ullery on a little runner, no good. Got her own rebound, put it back. Ullery now with 5. Glendale a 19-6 advantage after 1 period. We'll get to the second quarter when we come back. So Glendale basketball here as we go into the second quarter. 19-6 in favor of the Vaqueros. So they work a look for Legaspi that's no good. An inside rebound and a putback there for Teridian once again. And Glendale now at 21. Canyons just at 6, looking for their first 3 from Sims, no good. And Payan going to be called for an over-the-back foul as she reached over Sherilyn Legaspi. Burrow going to check back in. Teridian off the floor with 7 points. Teridian's been impressive so far. I've never seen a player at this level in the women's game be able to grip the ball with one hand like I've seen Teridian do multiple times today on that perimeter. Just very impressive on that front. She's been impressive from the floor, 3 of 4 from the floor. With a couple of rebounds. 7 points to lead all scorers on the floor. Hannah Tolentino with 4, Leia Garcia with 2. Cougars with just 6 in the first quarter. One of the lowest scoring first quarters of the season for COC. Tolentino looking for 3. She's got it. The sophomore trying to keep the Cougars within striking distance here. Knocks down a 3. She's got 7. Ullery, a 3, no good. Rebound off of Sims, then off of Bureau, and it'll stay with Canyons here. Sims running the point this time for COC. Works off the Tolentino screen, dumped it to Garcia, who will work off the Sims screen. Trying to draw contact as she just throws up a wild right-handed shot that banks off the window and goes in. So it's back to a 10-point game. That's where Garcia is so dangerous for Canyons, when she's able to create like that and just kind of get her own shot. Sims with the rebound off the miss. Canyons back the other way. Sims delaying, working against Barreau. Puts up a 3 over the top of Barreau, no good. Long rebound, Payan trying to save it, but stepped on the end line. It'll be Glendale basketball as substitutions coming for the Vaqueros here. Teridian and Gorgis coming back into the ball game. Teridian again down low. Good ball movement that time. Legaspi going to pick up the assist. Timeout called by John Wismath. 23-11, 7:45 to go here in the second quarter. Glendale leading College the Canyons. Here from Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage. Glendale 23, COC 11 as we continue on here in the second quarter. Robinson trying to create off the Sims screen, finds a cutting Tolentino who might have had it blocked going up by Gorgis. Either that or it hit the front of the rim. Cougars keep the ball here as it went out off of Glendale. Sims catches in the corner, drives baseline. Put up a shot over the top of Barreau, who defended it nicely, going straight up and created the miss. 12-point lead for Glendale, 7:20 to go here in the first half. Carroll's work it in, Teridian works it back out. Now they work it in, Gorgis at the block, dumps Teridian. She draws the foul from Sims and will go to the line. Cougars went to double Gorgis there, and Teridian just stood right on the other block and said, I'll just wait for the ball. Did so, drew the foul from Sims, who was trying to recover. And for Jade Sims, that's her first foul, and they're actually going to bring Vanessa Zavala back on to the floor with 3 fouls here. Teridian makes the first. Second is no good. An uncontested rebound that time for COC. Tolentino will sprint it into the front court. Cougars trying to go to work. Here's Payan now with it. Tolentino had it bounce off her face as she got it back from Payan. Now will work. Kicks it over. Rulas wing 3 on the way. Air ball. Glendale basketball. Vaqueros have done a good job. Patilia Kubian on that last possession, just right on top of Alaya Garcia, who could not get loose. Good perimeter movement that time from Glendale. Ball never touched the floor as they worked it around for an open look, but no good that time from Barreau. Cougars back the other way. Here's Garcia trying to create for herself. Her and Tolentino miscommunicate. Garcia throws it out of play. Turnover on Canyons here. Good read by Payne that time to get a hand on it, but Glendale gets it back. They get an open look for three, and it's good. Legaspi knocks it down. Fourth three of the ball game, just 4 of 12 for Glendale, which is well below the season numbers for the Vaqueros this year. As they shoot about 34% from three. Cougars have done a good job defending the three today. Here's Garcia dribbling in traffic, puts up a shot that's too strong. Cougars forced to play defense once again here, trailing 27-11. 5:25 to go. Glendale gets it into Gorgis. The foul line, kicks it back out. Teridian for three is good. Wide open look for Teridian. She's not going to miss him many times. 2 of 3 from downtown. She's got 13 now in the ball game. Lead all of a sudden at 19. Zavala from the wing on the other side in transition, no good. Cougars just 1 of 8 from 3, 5 of 23 from the floor. As you see that Glendale defense really creating problems. Vaqueros 4th in offensive efficiency at 1.014. 7th in defensive efficiency at .688. Closer you are to 0, the better. And 6th in net efficiency at .325, which is a very solid number, considering the fact that their offensive efficiency is just a slight bit above 1. That shows how good their defense has really been. And still, the 688 is only 7th best in the state on the defensive side. As they knock down another three, it's a 12-point lead now, or a 22-point lead. Robinson and Sims back in. Payne and Garcia going to get a rest here. Seven fouls on the Cougars, just 2 on Glendale. Robinson defended on the near side, trying to work it into the paint. Kicks back Rulas. She'll try and drive. Little runner that's no good. Rebound pulled down by Barreau, who rips it away, but got it to Yakubian as she fell down. And Glendale going to slow things down here a little bit. Mesa will run the offense here. Glendale kind of just gets themselves into a wide set. They get their play set up. They got 4 on the baseline here that sets up Mesa. Swings it to Ullery, kicks it up top. Yakubian, a 3 is good at the buzzer. Yakubian, before the shot clock expires, knocks down another 3. Glendale rolling here. They tip another ball out of play as the Cougars trying to run and get something going. It's a 25-point advantage, 36-11. Cougars very disorganized here so far. Not been able to do anything on the offensive side. Shooting 19%. They turn another one over. Maribel Rodriguez coming in. Barreau, good job by Amaya Robinson that time, steals it away. Sims back the other way, trying to work in transition. Zavala straight away. She'll drive. Puts one off the window, too much on it. Rulas had the rebound, but then threw it away, trying to get it down low to Zavala. Seventh turnover on Canyons in the ball game. 2:35 to go here in the first half. 25-point advantage for Glendale as they're running away here early on. Ullery driving, kicks it back. Yakubian for three again on a heat check, no good. Robinson the rebound. Canyons slowly work back up the floor here with Tolentino running the point this time. She'll dump for Sims. Sims a step back three, too strong. Cougars just 1 of 9 from 3. Canyons usually out-rebounded by a big margin. So far today, out-rebounded 22-15, so they've done a little bit better job. Cougars are usually a -9 on the glass, and that's because they shoot so many threes and kind of back off when they do. Just have not gotten anything going here today. As Glendale back to work with the basketball. Ullery, little stutter step, dribbles behind her back, kicks it back. Yakubian with three, driving, ran into Robinson, dumped it off. Shot clock violation on Glendale. Yakubian getting helped up as she got knocked down. Robinson didn't move, and Yakubian ran right into her and just went right down to the floor. Got an audible ooh from the crowd. That'll bring Caitlin Key back in. So Yakubian will go to the bench and get a rest here. 95 seconds to go in the first half. Tolentino fouled, trying to just force something inside by Barreau. Just the third foul on Glendale here in the ball game compared to 7 on Canyons. Now Sims called for an offensive foul on a push-off against Mesa. She's been frustrated here early on without a point so far in the ball game. Tolentino with 7, Garcia with 4. Cougars with just 11 through the first 18 minutes and change. The last time these two teams met, Glendale held the Cougars to just 53 in the ball game en route to a 25-point victory. So far today, their defense really holding right now. Here's Tolentino, under a minute to go. Got it to Robinson, off the window and good. That's a good cut from Robinson. A nice pass from Tolentino, just trying to build anything if you're College of the Canyons right now. 23-point Glendale lead as the Vaqueros will take their time here, setting their half-court offense. Mesa. Rodriguez. Top Pineda into the game for the first time today. Now Ullery. Back over to Key. Again, Glendale along the perimeter. Now they'll get a foul line jumper that Sims swats away from Pineda. Sims trying to run the other direction, was looking for contact, didn't get it, but Tolentino did on the offensive rebound. And Tolentino will go to the line. And John Wismath upset there was no foul called for Sims, who is one of the Cougars' best foul shooters this year at 73%. Compare that to Tolentino, who shoots just 60%. And when you're trailing by 23, you need points any way you can get them. Tolentino misses the first of 2. Second one is no good. Ten seconds to go here for Glendale. The Vaqueros will have the basketball out of the timeout as well. Ullery trying to drive, dumps it inside. Pineda traveled with .3. Canyons probably will not get a shot away here, but they do avoid a 2-for-1 situation for Glendale. as that will end the first half. 36 points for the Vaqueros, just 13 for COC. We go to the second half when we come back here on the Cougar Sports Network.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, big two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Our sports medicine program here at College of the Canyons is meant to introduce students who are interested in some type of career in sports medicine. Most of my students are interested in careers as an athletic trainer, physical therapist, or orthopedic surgeon. So when they're done with our program, they will have their Associates of Science. Do you love sports? And do you take satisfaction from seeing someone go from injury all the way back to the sport that they love? Then this is a program you should definitely consider.
At Jersey Mike's, they freshly slice your sub right in front of you, which takes some training.
Rising up, bread's on the sheet. Did my time, took out my toppings. Went the distance, now my prep is complete. Just a limb and its will to thrive. It's the arm of the slicer, it's the thrill of the slice. Freshly sliced before your eyes, unlike our rivals. And then every last arriver gets a sub that excites. And it's all thanks to the well-trained arm of the slicer.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
At Jersey Mike's, watching them freshly slice your sub is the coolest thing you'll see. And the second coolest thing you'll see is this.
Woo! Here we go. Twirl. Up, dip, two. Hand down. One hand, up. No. Flip.
I could eat.
Sliced right in front of you. The Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Meet Nigel Terry. In 2018, UCLA Health made him Laker for a day. Not because he beat cancer once, he beat cancer twice. He inspired us to push, to make the impossible possible. Because that's what Nigels do. And the world needs more Nigels. UCLA Health.
At College of the Canyons, we're always here to help make your future remarkable. Choosing classes is always flexible, so you can study your way. Learn at one of our 2 state-of-the-art campuses, or from home with our online options. Tuition is always affordable, with classes starting at just $46 per unit. We offer financial aid and 0 textbook cost classes to help you save. Always flexible, affordable, remarkable. Always College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule now.
Welcome back in Lee Smelser Court of the Cougar Cage as we go to work at second half action. Glendale with a 36-13 lead over College of the Canyons. As they come out with the basketball, Cougars get a steal right away. Good hands by Amaya Robinson that time. As the Cougars try and get their first bucket here of the second half. Robinson going up, didn't get it to go. And then picking up the rebound off of a second chance that time was Teridian. Teridian with 13 points in the first half to lead the way for the Vaqueros. And then you had Yakubian with 8, Uluri with 5. For College of the Canyons, it was Hannah Tolentino with 7 as Gorgies down low is loose and gets an easy bucket that time. And then Robinson with 4 for COC, or not Robinson, excuse me, L.A. Garcia with 4 for COC. So it was a tough first half for the Cougars. Everything along the perimeter here. Robinson tried for 3. Tolentino able to sweep a rebound away from Mesa. And the Cougars will get a reset here. Only Tolentino, Garcia, and Robinson with points. Now Zavala, her first bucket of the ball game, a 3. The Cougars trying to start something here, but got a long way to go, trailing by 22. Here's Glendale Mesa with the basketball, drives to the foul line. Should have been a double dribble maybe, but they say she lost it and then just passed it along. Cougars had it for a moment, but then turned it right back over. And Glendale goes right back to work offensively here. Robinson going to be called for her 3rd foul. As a blocking foul called on Robinson, her 3rd. First team foul in the 3rd quarter, and it puts Ullery at the line for a pair of foul shots, makes the first. Second is good as well. Lead back up to 24 now for Glendale. Canyons needs to get something going, especially from behind the arc here in a hurry. Just 2 of 11 from 3. Teridian picks up her 2nd personal foul. Canyons trying to go back to work offensively. Robinson trying to take Gorgies off the dribble. I don't know how Gorgies doesn't get called for at least 1 foul there. And finally now her and Robinson tied up and everybody swinging. Teridian in to gather Gorgies and yank her away. Now the official's going to push everybody to the bench for a moment. Discuss what they want fouls-wise. The foul is on Gorgies, and that's it. Just her first foul. It'll send Robinson to the line for 2. Robinson makes 1 of 2. Valuria 3, no good. Teridian the rebound. Sims a block from behind, and it's Canyons basketball. Joel Weiss was talking to the official for a long time after that foul on Gorgies. Actually called one over, said he would like to talk to somebody, and then marched down the floor to follow the official, who then had to wave him off. Now the official, long discussion with Jade Sims after the block. So the officiating staff trying to just cool things down a little bit here in what's a 23-point game. Sims trying to drive baseline. Blocking foul going to be called on Barreau as she forces Sims onto the baseline. 3rd foul on Glendale here in the 3rd quarter. Sims gets it in. Here's Robinson off the dribble, looking for Garcia. Now trying to find somebody, finds Tolentino instead. Back to Robinson. Robinson driving, kicks it over Zavala. She'll now drive and then wanted to throw it back into the corner to Robinson. And it's Glendale basketball. Cougars getting a little too cute that time. At some point, the Cougars just need to fire up some shots here. They've been ice cold from just about everywhere on the floor. Trying to create something, in the Glendale defense just showing out right now. Holding Canyons to just 17 points here with 6:39 to go in the 3rd quarter. Teridian Got it to Mesa. Mesa, good pass. Gorgies. Sims driving through, knocks the ball out of her hand. Garcia back the other way, kicks it. Zavala, wing 3, no good. Garcia, the rebound on the offensive side. Able to get it out of trouble and get it to Zavala, who will drop to Sims. Zavala gets herself into the paint, draws a foul on Teridian. Be the third on Asanya Teridian here. And it'll send Zavala to the line here. Caitlin Key checking in for Gorgies. Foul shot's good from Zavala, who's an 87% foul shooter, leads the team for Canyons. Mesa got knocked down, slid along her butt. They let play continue on. Tolentino able to tip a rebound to Garcia off of a miss. And Canyons trying to get something going, trailing by 21. Here's Garcia. Woolery right on her. Spinning around, now looking for help. Needs some, just throws it up. Taken away by Glendale. That's good defense by Malia Uluri. Teridian into the paint, no. Got her own rebound. Got it to Key. Key should have put it up as she was wide open. Instead, decided better. And Glendale resets. Caros use all their time on the shot clock for a Mesa 3 that's no good. Canyons trying to run the break the other way. Sims missed. Thought she drew contact, but didn't get it. I don't know if Mesa touched her. She kind of glided on through, never really got a handout, just kind of ran by, and that was enough to force the miss. Here's Key. Teridian, 3, short. Rare miss on an open look from Teridian. Zavala gonna drive. 2 big steps in the lane. Little runner is good. Zavala starting to heat up. She's got 7 points. All of them coming here in the third quarter. Canyons cuts the lead to 19. Glendale gonna take their time. Uluri. Got it to Key. Tried to force it inside. Sims with the steal. Sims trying to run ahead to the defense. Gets pushed from behind by Mesa, and we'll go to the line. John Wismath hot. He comes running down from the end of the bench. Rodriguez checking in along with Yakubian and Legaspi here. Sims to the line, 73% foul shooter. First trip today, knocks down the first. I think Canyons wanted an intentional foul. Sims makes them both. So back within 17 now. Just chipping away right now with 3:34 to go. Shakubian. Legaspi. Back to Yakubian, now to Mesa. Inside looking for Teridian. It's a turnover. Teridian was trying to get around Robinson, who had inside position, and that's much better defense from College of the Canyons that time. Tolentino and Zavala each with 7. Garcia with 4. It's called a violation on Canyons. There's 2 seconds left. I was gonna say there's 2 seconds left on the play clock, on the shot clock here. They called a 10-second violation. Now it should be a 10-second. Oh, no, it resets because there was 22 seconds on it, and it was an official error. Robinson countered in the foul. Teridian going to be called for her 4th. Scratch that. They're going to give it to Ullery, her 2nd. Glendale still arguing about the 10 seconds, but we've played on now. The lead down to 14. Joel Weiss not happy with the explanation. I can fully understand why. He's still fighting about it, still hollering as he runs down the floor. He's got to be careful here. Canyons gets another stop. The defense has picked it up here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Zavala trying to drive, dumps it inside. Robinson reverse layup, no good. Robinson was wide open under the basket, had all sorts of time. I think had she faced it up, she would have put it in easily. Instead, tried to just dump it off the backboard. And Glendale gets a much needed stop. 14-point advantage for the Vaqueros here. Legaspi up high, Ullery trying to probe the defense. Instead, we'll dump it off Yakubian. 6 here for Glendale. Yakubian kicks. Rodriguez a jumper, no good. Teridian fouled, will go to the line. 4th foul on Amaya Robinson here. Teridian, a 62% foul shooter, makes the 1st. Just the 5th point for Glendale here in the 3rd quarter. Teridian rattles the 2nd one in and out. Play continues on. The buzzer went, but that doesn't stop play. It's only the official's whistle. Tolentino driving, lays one off the window, no. Timeout called by Glendale. It's a 30-second timeout with 1:47 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 41-26 in favor of the Vaqueros. So there's going to be substitutions from both sides here. Glendale wants to talk things over. The Cougars had Mariah Payne at the bench, or at the table, we should say. Getting ready to check in, likely for Robinson with 4 fouls. And I saw Gorgie's up at the table, so Glendale may be going for a little bit of a mismatch down low here. We'll see as Joel Weiss kind of talks things over with his side. John Wismath doing the same thing for College of the Canyons. Cougars have done some nice work here in the 3rd quarter after being held to just 13 points in the 1st half. With 13 here in the 3rd. Got themselves back in this ball game a little bit more. Still trailing by a good margin at 15. But every little bit counts. Legaspi, Gorgis driving off the window right around Payan is good. Gorgis now with just 6 points, but made that one look really easy against Mariah Payan. Zavala drops, Garcia a 3 in transition strong. Payan trying to save the rebound, did, but got it right into the hands of Rodriguez. Now Ullery back the other way. Delays a little crossover dribble between her legs. Got it to Yakubian, who will back it off. Yakubian a 3, too strong. Zavala the rebound. Jump ball tie-up arrow with Canyons. That will give the ball back to Glendale on the next quarter. Should it stay the same way it is, that means Glendale would have the ball to start each quarter so far today. Zavala. It's Tolentino. Tolentino with 10. Back to Zavala, drives baseline, puts it over the top of Gorgis, and good. Nice little soft touch from Zavala. She's got 9 now. Canyons trying to climb back, trailing 43-28. Ullery off the Gorgis screen. A foul line jumper is good. It's a nice shot from Ullery that time. She's got 9. Canyons trying to get one final. Tolentino not going to get it. Glendale basketball when we come back out of the break. 45-28. So back inside here, Glendale with a 45-28 lead, trying to keep their 19-game winning streak alive and trying to keep their perfect Western State Conference record intact. They've already secured the WSC title. The best that Citrus can do is 11-3, and right now they're losing by 10 to Antelope Valley. West LA leading LA Valley 54-34 right now. And the only other game in action is Santa Monica and Bakersfield, who are tied at 53. Canyons kind of scoreboard watching a little bit, needing a win here today. They're 2 games back of Antelope Valley, so this would put Antelope Valley in 3rd place here today solidly, as the Marauders might be playing for 2nd place on Friday. Although they'll have a tough run of it as they'll play this Glendale team who's trying to finish off a perfect WSC season and win another Western State Conference title. Yakubian missed on the 3. Canyons trying to find an upset here. They need to get busy. 9:05 to go. Lead back up to 27 here. Or 17, excuse me here. Math is not my strong suit today. Sims and Yakubian both running into one another. Look like they're all right, as here's Zavala. With 7, drops for Sims. She'll put up a 3 over the top of Yakubian short. Ullery the rebound. Ullery sprinting ahead. Now tries to go back towards the basket. Yakubian a wide open 3, missed. Rebound off of Glendale, goes with Canyons. Teridian with 14 and 7. Nobody in double figures for Canyons. Zavala with 9, Tolentino with 8, Robinson with 6, Garcia's been held to 4. Uluri with 9, Yakubian with 8. And Gorgies with 6. Tolentino top of the key, jumper no good. Inside position, an easy rebound for Glendale as Rodriguez able to box out nicely down low. Gorgies in an area she doesn't usually work from beyond the three-point line. Has not taken a three yet this season. Now she gets down low against Zavala. Lost the ball, got it back, put it off the window and in. Sims and Zavala playing catch, or excuse me, Garcia and Zavala playing catch. Zavala hurt as she drove. Then Tolentino missed on a three. Uluri knocks down a three. She's in double figures now. And Glendale has stretched it back out. Tolentino, little Euro step around Gorgies. Tolentino now with 9. Good performance for her on sophomore night. Her final home game here from Lee Smelser Court. This regular season home game. Going to be a lot of work for the Cougars to try and get into the playoffs. They kind of needed to win these last two, and right now trailing by 20 with 6.5 to go. Yakubian, no. Gorgies the rebound, put back, no. Sims the rebound the other way. 2-on-2 is Sims, a big high bounce and lays it off the window. Cougars finally get out in transition and get a bucket. Yakubian will get herself to the line. Sims called for a foul. Third foul on Sims. Cougar faithful saying all ball. Officials disagreeing as Sims will walk up the floor. And she'll actually get a substitution here. Payan coming out. Rulas checking in as Sims will get a break. Yakubian makes the first. Second falls as well. Baroa check back in. Robinson tries for a three, no good. Glendale with a 20-point lead. Gorgies again beyond the three-point line, and everybody from COC backs off. Takeaway from the Cougars. Tolentino the other way, missed on the layup. Good challenge coming back by Uluri. Uluri will slow it down here in transition. And Glendale will get into a half-court set. Very methodical are the Vaqueros. They take their time, very deliberate, make sure they get into their correct sets, and go to work from there. Uluri Working the pick and roll with Gorgies, who's wide open in the painted area for an easy bucket. Gorgies now in double figures with 10. She's got a double-double today, 10 and 10. Timeout COC, 54-32, 4:40 to go. Glendale leading. As the Vaqueros trying to keep their perfect Western State Conference South Division record intact. (54-32), Glendale leading, Canyons with the basketball. Tolentino will try for a three that misses short off the front of the rim. Robinson will pick it back up. She'll drive, trying for another reverse layup that's no good. Six for Ullery. It's not going to count as it went off the wiring, hanging above the basket. Gorgies off the floor. Rulas off the floor as well. As Kylie Sears checks in for the first time today. Zavala's three no good. Zavala nearly gets a steal, went down to the floor. Glendale gonna keep possession here, as they say it went off of Sims. As Barreau was trying to cut through the middle. Sears, turnaround jumper, no. Didn't find anything. Tolentino, a runner back the other way. Sears pulled down the rebound, kind of got run into from Robinson. They bumped a little bit afterwards, but nothing there. There's a substitution timeout here for Glendale, as they'll get Legaspi onto the floor to take over for Barreau. Bring Ullery off the floor as well as Rodriguez comes in. As with a 22-point advantage here, Glendale with 3:04, opting to get their starters off the floor. Get the bench some work here late. Rodriguez, a runner that's good. And for Glendale, you get to 13-0 in conference play. You get to 25-7 as Sims knocks down a three. Maybe you're able to climb your way up a little bit. It's tough to say those. Butte, 26-1. There's 12 of the first place votes. Mount San Antonio, 23-2 with 4 of them. But then you've got 3 lost teams in Moorpark, Orange Coast, a 4-loss team in Fresno City, and San Joaquin Delta, all above Glendale. So it's interesting that at 24-2, the Vaqueros don't have a little bit better standing. Maybe some of that due to strength of schedule a little bit here. Still an impressive record nonetheless, a 19-game winning streak, getting ready to turn into a 20-game winning streak. And it'll be 22 straight WSC South victories. Their last loss actually came here at home against COC, or here at Lee Smelser Court at the Cougar Cage against COC on the 21st of January in 2023, a 68-67 game won by the Cougars after a late Lulu Saloom jumper. Put the Cougars up by 3, and then they got a couple of foul shots. Or put the Cougars up by 1, then they got a couple of foul shots to go up by 3, and then Glendale got a late bucket to make it a 1-point game. So it was a pretty fun one last year. You can go back and watch it here on the Cougar Sports Network, actually. Valerie Recalde into the game for the first time today. Yeah, there's 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Glendale holding the Cougars to just 35 so far. Garcia, who's been very quiet, misses on a 3. Garcia with just 4 points today. It's been a tough game for COC on sophomore night, a tough day as the men lost. Women gonna fall as well. Gonna fall 1 game below 500 at 13 and 14 and 6 and 7 in the WSC South. And their chances of trying to get to 3rd place pretty much rubbed out after today. For Glendale, they have already secured the WSC South Championship. Hannah Tolentino checking out for the final time, gets a round of applause. Her final game here at Lee Smelser Court. Good news for COC, you do have Sims, Garcia, Zavala, Pan, most of your team coming back next year, or potentially coming back next year. Sims will go to the line for 2. So the #1 ranked defense in the state showing out once again today. Gonna run off most of this 4th quarter game clock here. Just 5 for Glendale. They get their own rebound, no good. Recalde able to get a tip rebound. She's going to try and run ahead. Lost the ball. And Glendale will dribble out the final few. 59-37, the final for Glendale. 25th win of the year for the Vaqueros. 22nd straight in the WSC South. They'll try and close out a perfect season on Friday against Antelope Valley. We thank you for joining us all season long here on the Cougar Sports Network for men's and women's college basketball. We'll have softball and baseball to finish out the spring semester. We hope you join us softball tomorrow against Cypress, scheduled at 2 p.m. Hope you join us for that one. And baseball on Saturday against Santa Ana should be a good game as well. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.